Hey folks, it's Matt once again, and welcome back to another review. This will be the last review I do for September, and then I'll take like a few days away from reviewing, and probably around Friday or such, you'll see another video letting you guys know what's coming out for the month of October for review-wise. Not requests, but anyway, that's another video. But this video is another film that Classic Rocker had sent me. As a film I really enjoyed. And it's a 1991 film called Run. And it stars Patrick Dempsey, which Patrick Dempsey, he's an actor that, I've seen him and stuff. And I just had the day I liked him as an actor. I think he was in Transformers 3, but just want to look up his credits. This is a film I really enjoyed because I thought this was a very fast-paced movie. Patrick Dempsey is this guy who he's going to law school. He's a part-time mechanic, and he's asked by his boss to deliver this Porsche to Atlantic City for a client. And pretty much it's like, cool, I get to drive this car. He's just a regular guy. Car breaks down. He's got to get it fixed. Takes a cab. And this cab driver comes up with the idea to, hey, if you want to replace, and because he thinks that Porsche was Patrick Dempsey's car, he thinks the guy's loaded and thinks the guy's this and that, but he's not. He's just a regular guy. So this cab driver takes him to this sort of underground casino gambling area. And before I get into it more, Patrick Dempsey, the stuff he's done, I guess he actually dealt with racing, like race cars and such, which is interesting. That's funny. It says he's in the stuff as underground stuff buyer #2, uncredited. But he's in. I forgot he was Rudy in Meatballs 3. I forgot about that. Wow. He was in a film called Mobsters, which I've heard of but haven't seen. Oh yeah, he was that guy in Outbreak. I forgot. He was one of the guys that got sick in Outbreak. Scream 3, which I actually thought he did a good job in Scream 3. He's one of the reasons I liked Scream 3. See, Maid of Honor, Valentine's Day. I think mainly it's for TV that it's most famous for, especially Grey's Anatomy. And Grey's Anatomy is probably his biggest claim to fame. But in stuff I've seen, I like Patrick Dempsey. But anyway, this is undergrounds or casino that it's called run by the mob. And he gambles and he does well. And he's not cheating. He's not doing anything wrong. He's playing the game and he wins fair and square. And this guy's getting pissed at him and getting more pissed at him. Doesn't like the fact that he beat him at poker, but that's what poker is. And he's like, hey, I gotta leave. I gotta go because, I don't have much time. I gotta get this car to this place. He's gotta go. And this guy keeps fucking with him, tries to pick a fight with him. And he's like, hey, I don't want to fight you. Ducks like a punch or such, and this asshole trips and hits his head and dies by accident. And actually, let me come over here and get a drink of water. And sorry, a cat who's trying to sneak into my room. He likes this movie too. He wanted to talk about it. But this is a solo review. Sorry. It's not a dual review. But what I like about this film is pretty much after that he's on the run, and pretty much for the entire film he's on the run. Hence the title Run. And it fits. Film also has Kelly Preston in it. And Kelly Preston... What surprised me about this film is that it looked like it had a budget. And unfortunately, it didn't do anything. It didn't do well at all, which sucks. Because I thought this was an entertaining film. I thought this was a very fun film. I thought, again, Patrick Dempsey did a great job as just a regular guy trying to get out of this crazy situation. Kelly Preston, she was married to John Travolta, and she's been in stuff like Twins. She was in, I think, Jerry Maguire. She's been in a lot of stuff, and she did a pretty decent job in this as well. But yeah, it's throughout the entire film he's on the run. It's him getting to this cab driver, and the cab driver kicked him out. He's gets to his Porsche. These bad guys are there. He runs, dodging gunfire. A guy tries to pull out with his car, and then he fucks up, and that car gets pushed into the like bigger vehicle, which crushes all these cars, including the Porsche. Um, and all this stuff happening. This mob boss guy wants him alive and there, and he offers up a reward. So everywhere he goes, his picture's on there. Cops are on the tape. At least some of the cops are on the tape. You even have these two other dirty cops that want them for themselves in order to get the reward. So everywhere he looks, he's just, running and getting in trouble. And there's a lot of sequences I enjoy. I enjoy the sequence where he's in the mall and there's people running for the exit because all the cops are there, and so he tries to think of an idea, and then he goes bomb, bomb, and just everyone trampling over the security guys in order for him to get out. Um, these two dirty cops get him at one point, and then a good cop is there, and he gets out of it. He's running, and he's tied up. He can't really. His mouth has tape over. He can't really do anything. He's dodging and weaving, and the dirty cops accidentally kill the good cop. There's a moment later on where those cops are chasing him, and the vehicle actually slides off, and it's like one of those garages that goes like this, and then the cop car's like teeter-totter. And the guy actually pulls a gun at Patrick Dempsey to get him to push the car down. It's not enough, and it falls off and crashes like that. There's moments where he gets with Kelly Preston, tries to get Kelly Preston to help him, because Kelly Preston was at that underground casino as well. There's one moment where he's at a phone booth. He's, thinks he's talking to the cops for safety. He walks out, another guy goes in, then these bad guys come in and take the guy in the phone booth. I mean, even just to a point where at the third act, he gets to this, because the bad guy has this horse track, racehorse track. And you have guys shooting up with guns. I thought it was well done action, well filmed action. You have a little bit of slow-mo, him dodging and trying to get out of there. Even to a point, he gets the machine gun, and of course he doesn't know how to shoot it, so he's shooting like this. Actually gets a guy. I like the way the bad guy dies at the end, where he hits this thing. It's kind of like I think it was a dog, not a horse. Now that I think about it, it's a dog racetrack, not a horse racetrack. I was thinking of a different movie. It's a dog racetrack because you have this sort of bunny-looking thing that what the dogs chase. You have this sort of metallic bunny kind of thing that goes around the track, and the dogs chase it. And so the bad guy has a gun on him. The main bad guy is like, "Hey, you want to make a deal?" And I love Patrick Dempsey's line, "I'm sorry, I don't make deals with dead men." And that metallic thing comes up. Patrick Dempsey gets out of the way and just impales the guy, slams him up against the wall. I like that the one good cop who finally gets there in the nick of time, he looks around and goes, "Oh, I guess they really fucked with the wrong guy." There's a scene where he's escaping from a bowling alley, and he actually tries to slide through the pins, can't quite make it, gets in through behind the pins, the machinery. One of the bad guys actually gets his leg stuck in there, and he's dodging. Patrick Dempsey's dodging gunfire. Again, just getting all this, and all this stuff has happened within a day, and wow, this is a really long day for this guy. And it's one of those films that I'm not giving a tremendous amount away because I think this film deserves to be watched by a lot of people. Patrick Dempsey is funny at times. He's just great as a regular guy. Kelly Preston does decent as support. The bad guys are there. I mean, the bad guys are nothing to run home about. I mean, pursued by the mob, hunted by the police, luck was his only weapon, and she his only hope. I mean, the title is very apt, and it gets a 6.1 on IMDb. I think it could be a bit higher on IMDb. And the director, this is one of the only films the guy directed, which surprises me. Geoff Burrowes. He directed. I mean, he was a producer. He produced a couple films, like Man from Snowy River. He produced, but he only directed 2 films: The Return of Snowy River, aka Man from Snowy River 2, and Run. And this was the last film he directed. That was back in 1991. He retired from filmmaking and is now a cattle farmer. I don't know, maybe because Run, it's a really good film and it bombed badly. It didn't do well at all. And again, I don't understand why. I mean, maybe because it came out in February. Maybe that was a bad time. Maybe people are like, who the hell's Patrick Dempsey? I mean, I wouldn't have been able to see this. I would only be like 9 years old. Or 91. About 8 years old, probably. Because... Or maybe still 7 years old, because my birthday's in May, so it doesn't matter. Who gives a shit? It's the fact that this film didn't... That fucking sucks. Estimated $16 million budget, which I can see that budget, because there's quite a few pretty good action scenes in the film. Again, it takes place in a lot of different locations. I mean, in this one city, but it doesn't just take place in one spot. And it doesn't look like a cheap movie. It didn't look like a cheap direct-to-video film. It looked like a film that would have been in theaters. And again, the action scenes were well done, and the fact that this is one of the 2 films this guy directed, and he didn't go on to do anything else, like anything else after that, that sucks. Kelly Preston replaced Tracy Pollan, who bowed out during early filming. I don't know who Tracy Pollan is. That's a woman who's married to Michael J. Fox. And was in films like A Stranger Among Us, Bright Lights, Big City. Oh, she was actually on the TV show Family Ties, huh? But yeah, Run is a film that not many people talk about. How many people talk about Run? And I don't want to give every single thing away for people to check it out. I just think it's a very fast-paced, fun action thriller. Yeah, the thing I was talking about, the bad guy gets impaled with, is a mechanical pacer greyhound, not a rabbit. It's a greyhound that was speeding towards them. Mechanical pacer greyhound, which they use for in the dog track. And yeah, I mean, you even have stuff like you have a very fun car chase through an amusement park with him and Kelly Preston. It's like late at night and they're just driving through this and that. I mean, very entertaining film. Again, you have racetracks, amusement parks, bowling alleys, shopping malls, dirty cops, other bad guys. Trying to think if there's something else. Anyway, I don't want to give everything away, but Run, very entertaining film, very fun film, much worth the look. I'm gonna try find a trailer for it and put it down below for those who want to take a look at it. But yeah, if you like action film, well, I say action, but if anything, and anything, let alone the trailer, makes you interested, this is well worth a look. I was really surprised by this. I had heard about this film by a little bit, but again, and it was very entertaining, very fast paced. I never got bored at all, and I thought Patrick Dempsey did a really good job. That's just my short little thoughts on Run. I think it's well worth a look. Thanks for watching, take care, and stay tuned for the month of October. Later.